Hi, Sister Stoker. I like this week's topic for the application activity, and I like the media that we get to use. I just got home from work. I do construction. I think I may have told you this before. My hands are still dirty. I haven't showered. I thought it would be appropriate for the video. You don't have to smell me, so it should be okay. All I've done is take off my boots. Um, so my family's done construction. In my entire life, when I was little, I helped my dad and my uncles build my grandparents' house. But that's not the instance that I'm going to talk about. I'm going to actually talk about my trip to Alaska, which happened at the beginning of this year. It only lasted 2 months. But in those 2 months, I think I learned more about hard work than I ever have at any other instance, any other stretch of time where I worked a hard job in my life. So prior to my trip to Alaska, I spent a lot of years living in regret and focused on the mistakes that I had made and unable to dig my way out of this hole that I had dug. I got a DUI in 2010. I lost my driver's license. I lost my vehicle. I rode my bike around Fresno for several years, and I just sort of never figured I could do anything more. And I didn't have really a steady job at all. I sort of wasted a bunch of years of my life. Then I found the church, and they gave me a sense of power. Prior to joining the church, I had worked really hard to lose a lot of weight, and I fought and I did all these things. But the church really gave me a sense of like, okay, well, I'm more than I think I am. And so I found this opportunity to go to Alaska, and I figured I was going to go and just master this job, earn all the money that they promised, and bring it home, and it was going to fix all my problems. Now, that is true. Money was good. I went to Alaska. I worked for 2 months, and that was 2 months of nonstop work. Nonstop. I mean, 18 hours a day, 6 hours of sleep a day, and I mean, this is 6 hours of off work. This isn't 6 hours of good sleep a day. This is 6 hours of, I get off work, I have to go shower, do all the little things that I would do, and then I could go to sleep. And my sleep was interrupted all night because I was in pain from the constant work. My hands got messed up. I got nerve damage. I would fall asleep and wake up in the middle of the night, and my hands were tingling in pain. Now, the entire time I was there, I brought my scriptures, but I didn't get to read my scriptures. But the entire time I was there, I was praying in my head and out loud, and I was pleading with God to please just help me last to the end of the first trip. And then I decided I had to go on a second trip, otherwise I wasn't going to earn enough money to fix my problem. And this was a quick fix to get my driver's license back after several years of not having it. I was on this boat, and we caught a lot of fish. It looked like this. And we worked really hard, and when I came home, I had a large sum of money in my bank account. I got my driver's license back for the first time in several years. I bought my truck that I have now, and I went back to work for my uncle doing construction, and I figured now that this job is doable, that this job is something I could do into later years. My grandpa's 80 something years old. He still comes out to all of our job sites every morning, and he works until my uncle tells him to go home. I figure I have something like that in me. I never thought I would enjoy work especially physical labor, but now I think it's okay. I get to come home after 8 hours and not 18 hours. So 2 months versus 20 something years of not thinking that I was capable of physical labor. And now I'm appreciative of the job that I have. And I prayed and I begged to go to Alaska because of the money. And I didn't put God first because I left the church. I was set up to get my Melchizedek priesthood, and I left to go work on this boat. But I lived. I satisfied my need to have a driver's license, and now I have a driver's license. And hard work pays in every sort of way. And I also understand that if you apply that sort of effort, the effort that I spent to go to Alaska to work 18 hours a day for money, to do the same to work for Christ and spread the gospel, that amount of work potentially is all powerful. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being a great teacher, and please continue your good work. I say this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.